All right, thanks, Kylan. Let's check in again now with our election night experts. LEX 18's political analyst, Bob Babbage, with us again. And for the first time, University of Kentucky political science professor, Dr. Stephen Voss. Welcome both.
We first want to ask you, Bob, if you've had any information so far on turnout. The Secretary of State's office predicted about 32%, which would be higher than the last gubernatorial race. But what are you hearing so far from out in the field?
The exciting stuff, Nancy, is some places are better than that prediction.
Okay.
Louisville's clerk says it'll be 40% there. Lexington will probably beat that number. The big change is in northern Kentucky, Boone, Kent, and Campbell counties, where the Chamber of Commerce has pushed businesses to push employees to change that downward arrow in northern Kentucky where they don't vote enough. Last time they turned out 25%. Today it looks like 35%.
That's a big turnaround.
That is an enormous change, and it was a united community effort pushed by that chamber and appears to be working very well.
Does that favor one party, one candidate over another?
Well, different places favor different folks. Some of the eastern Kentucky early numbers look like Bevin is going to keep his strength there, but we don't know nearly enough. Western Kentucky, we have some anecdotal information about turnout being higher than expected. You could argue about who gets that, but soon enough we'll know.
Well, no.
We got some early numbers in here. If we can take a look right now. Fayette County, I think we have 1% in. Do we have that? We pop that up? There you go. 70% for Brashear, 28% for Bevin, and 2% for Hicks.
Again,
Still very early in the
numbers.
going. The polls just closed. We got a long way to go here this evening. Steve, let me ask you this. Polling. The polling in a lot of elections recently has been very suspect, to say the least. This one, I guess, came in pretty much even. 46 was the number that most of us were going with. Is it going to be that close at the end, do you think?
Well, we have so little polling data, and they've been so unreliable that when I'm trying to decide what's going to happen, I just put those aside. But in terms of the turnout numbers you're hearing, that's where I think the polls matter. The last poll showed a dead heat, and nothing gets people to the polls more than thinking it's going to be a close election. Competition gets people to vote.
All right, thanks.
We've seen some close ones here for sure.
have.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right.